stick to video content on Instagram. So more and more Nigeria brands are waking up to TikTok. Even the banks, you see them dancing on TikTok and all of that. Your TikTok strategy cannot be the same thing as your Instagram strategy. So let's move forward. Facebook, we have our 3 billion plus users, and we have an average of 25 to 55 years old on Facebook. And this type of style for Facebook is usually community and group. Let's say like churches, NGOs, that's where you would, it's best for the older demographic, local business, yes, churches and community groups. You can see the any school reunion. Sorry, I'm so sorry. You see them on Facebook, right? You can post long form posts where you type so long. You can do that on Facebook. Facebook does not have any limit. You can post as much as even 500 words, 5,000 words. I'm sorry, don't let me exaggerate, but you can post as much as 500 words on Facebook compared to Twitter. Twitter, you can't even post if you're not subscribed, if you're not using premium services, you cannot type so much text on Facebook. Yeah, so you can post videos, groups. You see, most people monetize their Facebook, for their content on their content rather. So first, so Facebook often gets dismissed by young people, but the truth is, your parents, your aunties, they're all on Facebook, and those people they spend money. I'm sorry, but you see, most of those people do these fraudulent activities. They are there on Facebook. They use Facebook the most because those are the people that spend money. They just come on Facebook and say, "Oh, I've seen this thing. I've seen this thing." They buy because they see their age mates there. So it's good for local businesses. It's good for churches. It's good for community focused brands. So Facebook is still gold. It's still gold. You can't dismiss Facebook. Now LinkedIn. LinkedIn has about 900 million users, and you can find age 25 to 50-year-old on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is best for professional networking. You cannot do lifestyle on LinkedIn. They will just show you this. Don't go and do lifestyle. Facebook there on LinkedIn for business to business, B2B companies. It's good for consultants. If I coach, it's good for you. Corporate brands, job seekers. If you're looking for jobs, please go to LinkedIn. That's where you see, uh, jobs there. And the type of content post on LinkedIn are articles, professional posts, thoughts, leadership content. All right. So LinkedIn is where the corporate money lives. So if your client is a consulting firm, a law firm, or a business coach targeting other business owner, please just open LinkedIn for them. They don't have any business on Instagram. If your client is a lawyer, open LinkedIn for them. They don't have any business on Instagram. All right. If your company, if your brand is a B2B business, from business to business, open LinkedIn for them. Don't go to Instagram. You might have Instagram, right, for video content, but let LinkedIn be your number one priority. All right. So most few social media don't really understand how LinkedIn works, which means there are less competition and better rates for those who do. If you know how to use LinkedIn, trust me, you will make. That's where the gold for money is on LinkedIn. Now, so I want us to like type in the chat here. Let me know what platform do you personally spend most time on, and do you think your favorite brand uses that same platform as well? I want to see you in the group. Tell me your favorite platform. Your favorite platform. For me, my favorite platform remains Instagram. Nothing is coming close before TikTok. So let's see. What's your favorite for Instagram? Okay, okay. I need to see. I think this person like maybe it's a Gen Z. Alright. TikTok and that Gen Z has been spotted. TikTok, wow. Okay. TikTok, when did TikTok start? Please don't forget Instagram. Instagram has been and will always be there. Twitter, these are the millennials. I know a millennial when I see one. All right. Okay. Anyway, so let's move forward because we have to like work with time now. I hope we are having fun. Okay, so now this is my I'm so sorry. Now this is my recommendation for you as a beginner. All right, if you are going to start with any platform, please, as a beginner, don't go to LinkedIn, don't go to Twitter. you would question your existence. Don't go to those pages. But you see Instagram and TikTok. Please, once you master these two and you can handle 80% of the clients who will come to you, specialization always what beats spreading yourself thin. Do not spread yourself thin. Oh, I will manage Instagram, I'll manage TikTok, I'll manage Facebook, I'll manage Twitter, I'll manage LinkedIn. You will run mad as a beginner. Sell Instagram and TikTok, all right, while still understanding the dynamics of the business. Okay, Instagram has the most business accounts actively spending on social media in Nigeria right now. Yes, 90% of the businesses are on Instagram, from banks to restaurants to corporate bodies, gyms, they're all on Instagram. Now, TikTok is also another powerful social media platform, and like I said a while ago, a new account can go viral even on its first videos. Most of our influencers now are making it big on TikTok. At least we're on TikTok and we are seeing it. The next person can be beside you and say, "Okay, I want to start taking TikTok seriously," and give that person 2 months. That person is nice, a TikTok celebrity, right? Now, so both platforms reward reels and videos. Like I say, your attention on this platform should you should have no business, especially on TikTok with design flyers. Please focus on reels and videos. They do better. Real videos do better on Instagram and TikTok. And video is what is the number one content format of the next decade. Most people would consume video content. They consume, if you see a graphic post or a carousel post, you will just scroll. You don't even know what the person is typing. You will just scroll because you don't want to know anything. You don't even care. But if it's a video, the first 3 seconds is enough to capture your attention. Right? That's why we always advise that as a social media manager or as a content creator, make your first 3 seconds worthwhile. You might be looking at 3 seconds, what can I achieve in 3 seconds? Let me tell you, you can achieve so much in 3 seconds in a video. Visuals are very, very captivating to get your attention. Now some content they will use this like this. There's some videos they do now on TikTok. Maybe some people are trying to promote their brand. They'll put a scary video, just to jump scare you, and then the next thing that will follow up is their whatever it is they are selling. Do you get? So visuals play a long role in this thing. Now, as a social media manager, these are the core skills you need to have as a social media manager. You need to be very good at caption writing. You need to know how to write caption. Now, it's so appalling that most of the times I see some social media managers just go to ChatGPT and just tell them, "Oh, write a caption for me," and blah 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 blah. And then when the caption comes out, it looks so generic. It looks so AI. It has no touch of human feeling. It has no feeling at all in that caption. So something happened at my office with my assistant here. I told her to write a caption for me, and it was so ChatGPT. Coincidentally, raise up your hand. It was so ChatGPT, and I told her that, "Madam, next time when you're writing a caption, please and please make sure that there are emotions. Let it look like you're talking to your friend." Make sure that you're talking to your friend in your caption. Okay, it has to be very relatable. It has to be very friendly. It has to be something that when somebody reads, it looks as if you are talking to them. So you need to have that skill. Caption writing is, if you're not a poet, if you don't know how to write poet, if you're not what's this guy Shakespeare, you don't. It's not an inborn. Just something they gave birth to you with. It's a skill that you can learn. And you learn how to write good captions. You must also. It is very essential. You can see the tag on it. Is like essential. You must also have Canva and graphic design skill. Like I said, as a beginner, you would have the opportunity to work with startups, and as working with startup here, you would need to have that skill of um, graphic design because most big brands, like I said, they have a marketing team whereby a social media manager is just a social media manager. They have a graphic designer, they have a video editor, they have a content creator, and like that. So if you have the opportunity to start as a social media manager, let it be known that you are even going to start with startups. You are going to start working with startups, small business owners, and you need to make sure that their caption, because that's how you sell your product. When you post, your caption has to be in alignment with the visuals that you are sending to your audience. Okay, your video cannot be saying A, your caption is not saying B, or it's sounding like, oh, a robot is talking to you. So you need to have the skill of, oh, sorry, I'm getting back to caption writing. You need to have the skill of Canva. You know how to make very basic designs. You know how to create open your Canva once you brand for yourself, that okay, when people see your post on Instagram, they're able to identify you on even TikTok. Do you get? Now, analytics and data reading. You need to read data, because, like I said earlier, data would make you uh, make wise choices for the next month, or for the, yes, for the next month, because you're always, yes, you are meant to give reports at the end of each month. Most people like to have reports every 2 weeks. Most people have to have like to have their report every week, which Instagram gives you the opportunity to check your how your post performed over the last 7 days. Okay, and then you need to know social media strategy. There's a difference between social media strategy and a brand strategy. If you're not a brand strategist, you have no business creating brand strategy. But as a social media manager, you need to understand how to create a strategy for a brand. That is how you are going to grow. That's how you're going to grow a brand. All right. And then basic video editing, and then client communication. Okay. And client communication. So the next thing is the tools you would have to work with every day. So yeah, you can use Canva, and Canva allows you to use it for free. You don't have to pay anything to use Canva, but you know that when you need to make more decent posts whereby you'd have to take away background, that's where you know you need to start paying for Canva. But then Canva gives you the ability to, to create very beautiful designs from graphics, carousels, real covers, and story templates. Even your highlights, you can create them on Canva. And then you need to understand CapCut. Okay, you need to know how to use CapCut for your reels and TikTok, and video editing with trending audios. You need to know how to add audios. You need to know how to overlay and do simple transitions on, yes, on CapCut. And then we use Buffer or Later. This is for scheduling your post as a social media manager. So yes, as a social media manager, yeah, you need to know how to schedule your post for later. Let's say you are the type that batch creates. Maybe on a Sunday, you decide to create all the content for the week, and you probably just want to be lazy and you have other things to do during the week. You can then decide to now schedule this post. Okay, schedule this for Monday 12 p.m., schedule this for Wednesday 1 p.m., schedule this for Friday 5 p.m. You can do all of this on Buffer, and it just goes out at the set time. It just automates automatically, yeah. And then IG Insight. So IG gives you insight, full breakdown. That is if your client's page is saved to professional. All right. We that use personal accounts, you cannot really see an insight, only the number of people that viewed your page. But as a professional brand or as a business, you have to use what a professional profile on Instagram. That way you're able to read Instagram insights, see the analytics. It is free. It's built in. Yeah, you can visit. And then Notion. Well, I don't want to talk about Notion too much because well, it's just for creating content calendars, client notes, SOW documents, basically. So for me, I use Google Documents, and I use Excel spreadsheet on how to create my content calendars. Yeah, but you can play around Notion and see how there are templates for content calendar. So you can play around these tools to learn how to create your calendars. And then we have the Google Workspace, where you have your documents for proposals, where you have your sheets for calendars, and you have your drive for your documents for your projects. So yes, easier as a social media manager, work with templates. You have templates. You have templates for content creation. You have templates for hashtags research. You have templates for content calendars. You have templates for proposals. You have templates for everything. Your pricing and everything. Templates are a very good tools for it. That's why Google Workspace is good for you. So now this is what a Monday morning looks like as a social media manager. Let me tell you, this is not doctored. All right, it depends on you. Okay, every social media manager has their own dynamics. For me, yeah. So I like doing my work every Sundays. Sundays are when I would batch create for the week because during the week I manage a salon. I'm the general manager of the salon here in Yaba. So manage 4 brands, social media pages that I don't have to, go anywhere for. So yes, what I do is I batch create on Sundays and all my content for the week. And like I said, I'm working with a team, so I have a graphic designer to help me with extra jobs so that I don't have too much on my neck. But I personally handle all pages and have just a graphic designer to do extra for me. So now for you as a social media, this is what a typical a Monday morning should look like for you. Let's say you have 2 clients, they both one is a Lagos restaurant and another one is a fashion boutique in Abuja. Yeah, so by 9 a.m. you're right? You are replying to all their comments maybe from last night, right? You are replying to their DMs maybe from the weekend. Maybe you don't work on Saturdays and Sundays. Then by 9:30, I mean 30 minutes should take you to answer this. But please, if you are doing this, make sure you are doing it one at a time. Don't shuffle 2 clients at the same time. Make sure you are done with one client before moving to the next client so that you don't you don't do mistake. All right, it has happened to me. I would post A's content on B's content, right? I would realize that, oh my god, I've done this, and then so focus on one client before going to another client. Then by 9:30, open your content calendar and confirm what needs to be created for the week. So you might decide to create your content for the week on a Monday, right? As you please. You might decide to create all of that for Monday. And then by 10 a.m., if you need to open your Canva design, you design maybe Tuesday's content, either real cover for whatever it is you need to post. Then when you need to, you write Wednesday's caption, write the hook, you write the body, a CTA. Now you see all these things. This is what makes up a caption. You need to have the hook, what attracts them, the first line. So if you go on Instagram, when you see a post, the caption, the first 2 lines you see before clicking on more, that's where your hook should start from. That's what attracts a client's attention or your audience's attention, right? So you have the hook and then you have the body, then you have the CTA. This CTA is called what? Call to action. This call to action is what do you want your audience to do? Do you want them to click the link in your bio? Do you want them to buy now? Do you want them to register now? That's what your CTA is called. So oh my god, I'm so sorry. My laptop is faster than here. Okay. All right. Then 11:15 you schedule your post on buffer if you need to. You can schedule post on Instagram as well, right? You can schedule on Instagram, and then yeah. So for 12 p.m. that peak hours confirmed by IG Insight. Yes. So if you post on your client's page on 12 p.m. anytime during the day, I think my assistant has confirmed this too. You get peak results. People would see your 12 p.m. is like break hours for most people. All right, you can see 6 a.m., 8 a.m. is rush hour. People are just settling down in the office. People are in traffic. People are doing this, and they don't even have time to, check their phones. By 12 p.m., majority of your audience are already settled in their offices. They are fine, and they're just going through their phones to see what's going on. Now, uh, 30-minute engagement section, which is very, 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 very important. Okay, you comment on at least 10 niche accounts. So let's say you are working for a bakery, yeah, at least you should have at least 10 other niche from you can still see what they are doing, comment on their pages, or people that you feel like okay, they are cake lovers or they will be interested in your brand. You comment on their pages, reply to 5 follower stories. Like I said, building community is very important. Or you see your follower post a very nice picture, just drop a simple compliment under their stories. You get just compliment them and build a conversation around it. That way you're building a community. Give yourself 30 minutes to do each of this. All right. Now by 12 p.m. All right, this one is just okay. WhatsApp the fashion brand. Oh my god. Tuesday and Wednesday content. Okay, yes, this is you just informing your client that okay, Tuesday and Wednesday's content is already ready and it needs your approval. Like I said, you cannot post without a client's approval. You have to create your content, show it to them, and let the client see that okay, this is what we are doing for the month. If the client sees and say, okay, I like it, go ahead, you continue. And the client say, no, I don't like it. You have to adjust it. Or let's say you are the type that works with a team and you have a marketing head, and your head is saying, no, I don't like this, we don't want this. Please adjust it. You have to adjust it. All right. So you do not post without a client approval. Are you with me, guys? Are we sleeping? Are we sleeping? Social media managers get paid. So the most common one is monthly retainer. All right. Most social media managers like me myself, I'm on monthly retainer. I prefer the monthly plan. Please leave me a monthly plan, right? Now, client pays a fixed monthly fee for ongoing management, which is the most stable type of income, the most stable model, right? So let's say for example, you tell a client that okay, I'll do 16 posts for you in a month, only graphics, and your graphics definitely should go to stories, and the monthly report you pay me 100,000 naira to 250,000 naira a month, right? Now you can decide that okay, I want to do it per project, right? Let's say okay, a brand is in launch phase, and you say okay, I'm going to work for you only this phase, this period of launching. So you know that your content is around launch, right? It's a one-time fee, maybe for a specific deliverables. I'll do content calendar, I'll do an audit, and I'll do a launch campaign. So you can say, okay, for a full Instagram rebrand plus strategy documents, I'll just pay 45,000 naira. Note that you're not posting anything. Your own is to just build a content calendar for them and a strategy document. Those two things, one time they pay you, and then that's all. Whoever is there with them can then go ahead to now work with the content calendar that you have provided for them. Or some people work with hourly rate. Hourly rates do not really work with Nigerians. It's only when you get a foreign client that hourly rate is, they use hourly rates. So you charge them per hour, you know, for work or strategy session with business owners. Okay, let us say, okay, yeah, some people say, okay, I only do strategy section, like maybe a business owner that cannot afford a social media manager. Okay, I want to do it myself. Put me through. You can say, okay, I'll book you a class for 1 hour, 30 minutes. You pay me so amount per hour. If I spend like 3 hours with you, know that you're paying me 10,000 naira for each hour. You get. So that is how it works. But if you are if you need my advice, I'll tell you you can't do consulting as a beginner. I don't know what you want to like tell them, but you can't do consulting as a beginner, and you can't. This project is still easy. It's very, very easy. You can cook up a calendar, a content calendar, and a strategy document in 30 minutes. You are done. All right, it's good. So you see this, and this too is better. All right. Okay, so let's move forward. I hope you have questions to ask me. Start compiling your questions, because um after this we would have Mr. Yakubu come on board. Okay, so now for beginners, this is where you need to understand. right? Because I think on Friday or was it on Saturday, somebody okay on Friday, yeah, a lady reached out to me from the group. I don't know if she's here, but she reached out to me and was asking my advice on how to charge a somebody she just told jokingly that look, I'm a social media manager, even though she has zero idea on what it is. And funny enough, by evening, the guy gave her a response that, oh, you said you manage social media, you are a social media manager here. Okay, I want you to manage my laundromat. Now, she does not have any idea on social media management. She has not done it before. She just said it to him. And by evening, the guy took her serious. Okay, I want to open my laundromat on Monday, which happens to be tomorrow. What do I do? And then she came to my DM and asked for my advice. And I said, okay, look, if you're going to charge, charge like this, charge like this, charge like this. Find out if you're going to be working on site, find out if it's going to be remote. And because it's a laundromat, I already told her in advance that, look, for a laundromat and a startup, you would have to be there. But find out if it's hybrid. Find out if it's full time. If you have to be there Monday to Fridays or even the weekend. That is how you are going to charge your client. Now, so for beginners, yeah, because you are going to be practicing and all of that, you charge between the range of 80,000 naira to 150,000 naira per month. Now, you can do this in 3 months. You can have two clients. I'm telling you, just look at the way she told that guy. Imagine speaking to like in a week, you're speaking to 10 people and you're able to cough up two clients in the space of 3,000 in space of 3 months. You're actually coughing home 200,000 naira, 300,000 naira in a month as a beginner. Now, as an intermediate, somebody who has experience like I do, 3 to 4 years, you can be charging 200,000 naira to 400,000 naira per month. Like I said again, your rate should depend on your number of experience. It should depend on the number of deliverables. All right, not because somebody is paying you 200,000 naira, you now say that you post it every day. Even me, some clients I charge 200,000 naira, I post 3 times in a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and just graphics design. So not because Wednesday I will give it it's 300,000 naira. You now say I will do video, I will come and shoot, I will do this all, I will post money afternoon. Girl, you're doing yourself. You are shooting yourself in the leg. All right. So so give yourself 3 to 12 months. You can cough up 3 to 5 clients confident and you are growing. I can assure you this. I believe that this was what people reach out to me. I can bet you I'm a living evidence, all right? So take my word for it. Now, advance. These are for people, the big dogs. These are the people that okay, they are running an agency. They are now working with multiple clients, big brands. Then they begin to charge 500,000 naira to 1 million plus. Yes, I am telling you that you can make 1 million naira as a social media manager and you will live in house. But not that you are going to add more skills to your social media management. You will know how to run ads, you know how to do brand strategy, you know how to convert, you know how to close clients. Is all of that. But if you want to stick to, if you just want to say, okay, I just want to do social media management, I just want to post I just want to post and do that, just please stick to these two. But if you know that you want to now start up a full agency, you want to do everything, you have to do everything in digital marketing, putting a brand there, even down to you must know how to work with banners. You see those banners they put, those big billboards. You must know how to have that experience for you to be able to be charging this amount. All right. So, anyways, before I move forward, okay, I think this is the last place for me before Mr. Yakub comes in. So you can find your client anywhere. You can find them anywhere. The only place you cannot find them is in heaven. But as long as you're on earth, you can find your clients anywhere. So first you can go on Instagram, on TikTok, start posting about yourself, post your skills, post your journeys, be consistent with your page. Don't be like me that's not consistent though. I think I'm lazy now because maybe I have my clients running. But now that I need extra money, maybe I'm going to resume my TikTok page. You'll be like, are you sure this guy is a social media manager? I don't post. I don't even have a page on TikTok. Just my personal page, and I don't really post like all the time, right? It can get to that point. Post about your skill, post your journey, post everything. Your clients will find you through your content. Yes. And if you are not consistent, I'm sure most of us saw how Ade first started posting consistently one day, one after the other, one after the. She might not be a professional at the time, but because she kept on going, and the more questions she received, the more she even learns a new topic and comes back to deliver. That way, Ade even had LinkedIn. Because what took herself today, she works with brands, right? You can't put herself today. She works with brands, right? You cannot call it juju now. You work with brands. You work with brands. You saw it. You saw her growth from the beginning. Wait, just like that lady, just having a normal conversation with that guy, and then told him, "Oh, I'm a social media manager," and then she's going to have her first client already. You can talk to anybody. You don't even, and like for me, most of my clients came in through referrals, and most of them came through referrals of people that I told, like, okay, look, I'm a social media manager. If they don't have a job for me, maybe they find out or they hear that, oh, look, I need a social media manager. They remember you that, oh, I know some of my clients. Out of all my clients, the only one I applied for was that one I told you. If you're in the beginning, I told you how I got the first client, and the rest, and one other one I got it from a WhatsApp referral. I applied for it. You see, the most of my clients that I worked with, they all came in through referral. Okay, so always speak about your skills, speak about your job, speak about what you do. Then LinkedIn. Now, like I said, LinkedIn is a corporate world. You get clients there. So connect with business other owners on your bio. You add, social media manager to your title. Just do that. At the end of today, go and open a LinkedIn account. Create a LinkedIn account. Put your and one day somebody will come into your DM and say, "Look, I want to share them. Can you manage my brand? Where are you?" Freelance platform, Fiverr and Upwork. You know, but you see, this freelance, these platforms, I've tried it. It has not worked for me because it's a battlefield. If you don't know your audience, people on you. I'm not breaking your spirit here. You can go on Upwork, Fiverr, and see what's going on there. But you have to take years. You have to be resilient to be able to whip up job, and you can be lucky as well. And you just get your first client, on Upwork. You don't know. And like I said, referrals worked for me. One happy client will refer you to two, five, and that is successful. Like for 3 minutes, no, 2 minutes. 2 minutes here at the max for clients. I do. All right. So I shot a video for one guy. He was going to use it to promote a digital marketing course. I shot the video. Someone else saw the video, collected my number. Another one collected my number again. And now I have one that has been working with me since 2024 till now. He manages a sports bet company, and I shoot ad videos. Most of you must have seen my video pop up one time, but you don't know it is me promoting a sports this thing. And with that way, I've been able to connect at least two people, three people in my circle where they have to like speak Yoruba for, because I can't speak Yoruba, speak Hausa, speak no not Hausa, English, Pidgin, and all of that. You see, that's how referral works. It works that way. It's so beautiful that somebody will just call you and they're like, "Hey, what's up? I heard that you're a social media manager. Can you do this for me?" And please never say no, even if you don't know it. Tell them yes, I can do it. It's just for you to research. If you can't research on your own, have a mentor that will put you through. So I hope that we are able to learn one or few things here as a social media manager. Like I said, we will soon have our time for uh, question and answer. But let us go back to what we have said tonight before I would bring in Mr. Yakubu. So, like I said, social media management is real. It's a professional career, but it's not just posting for people. So many things has to go into to be a social media manager. And like I said, you don't need a certificate. While you're applying for this job, your clients don't say, "I want to see your certificate." No. You must just understand basic English. You know how to read and understand. You can read. When you see numbers, you can interpret numbers, right? So it is real. It is a real profession. It is a real career. I've seen it. Every business with customers needs a social media manager. So don't say that, oh, the market is saturated, I can't learn it. It's a lie. It is never saturated with number of businesses that are always coming up every day. Yeah. So the market is what is enormous. Now, Instagram and TikTok are your starting platform. Please start with Instagram and TikTok as a beginner social media manager. Your core skills are Canva, learning how to write captions, learning how to read analytics. All of these are learnable. Okay, you don't need any degree. Now, a beginner with 3 clients can realistically earn 200,000 naira to 250,000 naira a month without leaving your house. You can make that much without leaving your door. All right. Now your first client is in your network already. You just haven't told that person yet. All right. So from today, when you leave your house, you be singing it, you be announcing it. I'm a social media manager. I'm a social media manager. Speak, speak. All right. Proper structured training is the fastest path from zero to your first paying client. So that will be all for me. Thank you very much. If you understood anything I said today, please let me know. We'll have a question and answers very soon, but before that, let's have Mr. Yakub, buttress more on. All right, Mr. Yakub, you can take over now. Thank you.
Can you hear me all? Please drop a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, what I was taking you guys is the part of how to identify your next clients. Just like what Imani just said, that your next client may be part of your followers, but you may not know it yet. And how do you know that? It's your first contact. You understand? How do you make the first contact? First, it's not just about being a social media marketer. If you're a social media marketer and you don't know how to find a client, trust me, you're just wasting your time. You understand? But you can still get client through referral, but how about you? Why waiting for referral? What are you going to be doing at that period? So that's the part I'll be taking you guys. So let me share my screen with you. All right. Okay. All right. Can you see my screen now? Yeah. Can you guys see my screen? All right. Converting conversation from DM to paying clients. This is how to identify opportunities on your page. So in this topic, I will show you guys how to identify opportunities. You understand? Some of you may have a lot of followers and don't even know some of your clients are sitting there. You understand? If you don't know how to identify those people, trust me, you just other people will identify them and they will convert them to themselves. So now let's move to the social media funnel. This is how it works. First, as a social media marketer, you need to be discovered. You understand? But that's where discovery comes in. You need to be discovered. How do you get yourself discovered? You have to create an account on social media account. You have to have a social media account. You understand? But so when you have a social media account, how you have to optimize it. Like, okay, this is my social media account. This is who I am targeting, and this is what I am doing, and this is the result you are expecting from me. So all of these things must be included in your bio, like your biography. You understand? But just like, okay, if you're a social media marketer and you want to reach, and you want to target everybody, like, okay, I help so people achieve so stuff in so days. You understand? Like me now, on my platform, I work with coaches. So my bio says I help coaches book 5 to 10 calls in a month using growth loop system. You understand? So that's it. So first thing, if you have a profile, you have to really optimize your page, because if you don't optimize your page, trust me, there are millions of people who are really offering social media marketing, but if you don't stand out, algorithm will not push you. You understand? But if you really stand out, like your profile is well optimized with a nice picture, nice bio and a link, then okay, if anybody, if there is a suggestion, like they suggest your name to someone, because I'm sure sometimes if you are going through your phone or your account, you'll see some suggestions, like, okay, so person add or follow. So your own profile to may pop up on someone's page, like people that may be interested in your service. So once your page is optimized well, trust me, they will want to stop scrolling and open your page. Understand that? So when they open your page and they read through your bio, they know what you do, and you don't really sound like others, they will give you a follow. Some will message you, some will just, okay, look through your contents, why some will just look through your stories, and then now that boils down to engagement. So some of those people that will just go through your content, some of them will just start, okay, like maybe you just post anything related to something that connects with them, they may end up engaging with your content, either drop a like or a comment. So when you drop a like or a comment, that's an opportunity alone. So let's use a Nigerian shop as an analogy. You understand? Just like if you're passing by an Igbo man shop, just by me looking at the shop alone, you see them calling you. It's still the same reality, like the same reality from the real world down to the social media world. If you see someone view your story, trust me, that person is indirectly interested in you. It's now left for you to find out if they are or not. You understand? But so when they engage with you, if they drop a like or view your post, then you now, okay, instead of just leaving them, I'm getting 15 views, just 15 views, not like that, no engagement, you don't even try to interact with them, you don't want to even know why they even view your story or engage the post. Man, you're wasting opportunities. You understand? Because you don't know, some clients will engage, some potential clients will view, but at the end of the day, you have to reach out to them. When you don't reach, some will not even reach out to you, because at the end of the day, sometimes they're not even at that period of time, they may not be interested. But when you engage with them, like, okay, hey, I saw you pop up on my story view, how are you doing today? Okay, that's a message, like a personal, not ChatGPT message. A personal, okay, how are you doing today? They may respond, hey, I'm doing well. You understand? But that's engagement. The conversation has started already. You understand? But and when the conversation has started, that's when you can know if this particular person wants my help or not. That's when we move to conversion. So when you ask them how they are and they say they are fine, and the conversation kept going, and you decide to give back, okay, me too, I'm doing well, my Sunday, try to build the conversation and building trust. Because to build trust online, you have to just build a conversation, a genuine conversation. You just be like the way we guys a toast woman now, or we woman a toast man. You understand? But if you meet a stranger for the first time, you can't just jump. You can't just jump front. You have to start from somewhere. Hi, how are you? I saw you, blah blah blah. I don't know. Everybody getting format. You understand? But I saw you this and this and that. Okay, hi, my name is Yakub. Just interaction. With that little interaction, the person will drop the guard. Okay, this person is a human being. Unlike others who just copy paste, and that's all. So in the process, you can just begin to ask, okay, how is your business? And the person may just open up, our business is fine, business is not moving fine. That's a loophole for you to dive in. You understand? That's where conversion come in. Don't worry, we'll dive deep into that one. Let's move to the next page. So the next one is profile optimization. which is what I explained earlier. Is your profile clear on who you help and how? Just like the lady who spoke to her cousin or her colleague regarding, like, she told him about this is what I offer, and the guy was like, hey, I'm opening a laundry this thing, can you help me with it? You know, if she hasn't expressed what she does, the guy wouldn't even know. You understand? But so that's why is your, like, now your biography on social media account, it has to be clear. This is what I do. If you're a graphic designer, if you want to focus on graphic design, this is, I'm offering graphic design, and this is why I'm helping, and this is how, like me, I'm helping only coaches. You understand? But and I give my method on how to help those coaches. And now, is there a link, a working link, that explains everything you do, or that has a lead magnet? That's where you can add it. So, and also are your highlights, like when you visit on Instagram, you see like some 4 highlights, some people add like 5 highlights. You understand? I'm going to share example in the WhatsApp message, that will be later. So those highlights, are they really representing, like, do they carry information that represents your business? So when all these things are there, that means your profile is well optimized. You understand? So the next one is, now you have to start posting content. Does your content, you can't be offering graphic design and be posting about carpentry. It doesn't work that way. You understand? But you have to, like, when someone comes to your page, the person have to understand, like, this page is about social, like all about graphic design and all that. Not that you'll be offering graphic design and then you're posting about camel or horses or cars. It doesn't really align at all. You understand? So the next one is lead generation. You know, on social media we have 3 classes of people. You understand? About? So those 3 classes of people, we have the buyers, the sellers. The sellers are those social media marketers, content creators, and others. Then the buyers are just those people that pay for business. You understand? About? Why the spectators? Those ones are just there to just scroll, watch videos, like and comment. Those, all of them are still leads. You understand? But depending on your goal. You understand? About? So now we have 2 types of lead generation. So what I mean by lead is, lead are people who are interested in you, or people who have shown interest in you. If you tell someone, okay, I'm a social media marketer, and the person said, yeah, someday I would like you to help me to create a content for so this, automatically that person has become a lead. Or if you post about an offer and someone likes that post, that person is a lead already. Even though they are not buying now, they may buy in the future. You understand? So how do you generate leads? There are 2 ways of generating leads. We have farming and hunting leads. So when farming leads, that's when you have other things working for you. But for hunting, you have to go out yourself, hunt for the leads. So for farming, you have content. When you create good content, and maybe Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whichever platform you're using, recommended your post to other people. So by the view of your content, they may just end up following you, just like what I said earlier, or engaging on your post. So that's a lead. That's the content farming lead for you. And lead magnet, maybe just a short video that you can just put on your link that, okay, this is a free resource, you can just download. That one too will farm lead for you. Then this inbound, maybe one client, just one prospect just sitting at one end, following up with what you post. Maybe when the person is ready and decide to reach out, okay, hey, I saw you do this, do that, I want to work with you. That's an inbound lead. That's someone that came inbound. You understand? So those are for the farming of content. Those are the farming part of the lead generation. Then the other part is the hunting. This part, you have to be the one to go out yourself. Like, just like the example Imani gave earlier about a friend who spoke with her colleague or cousin or something about what she does, and the guy was like, okay, I have laundry stuff coming up, if you can help me to manage it. I think when she didn't make that move, the person will even know. The person will be thinking of someone else. So that move alone has helped her. That guy is automatically a lead for her. So there's no way somehow the guy will convert. You understand? And other way you can get leads is by commenting. Like when you see your prospect, like people you can work with, and you know that they're not doing alright, they need your social market. Just go through their posts and make comments. That's how you get noticed. And when they notice you, they may want to, oh, this person that is even commenting on my post, let me even check out the person's page. They'll check your page and then they'll connect with you, and some just follow you or message you. And the other one is follow for follow. This is an organic way to increase your followers, also an organic way to bring people into your page, but which is very slow and it's very effective sometimes. Understand? When you see people you can work with, you just follow them and they're hoping to get a follow back. So but out of 10 follow, you can always get 3 to 5 follow back depending on how you do it. You understand? So that's on lead generation. So are you guys understanding what I'm saying at all? Please drop a thumbs up if I can continue, or I'm talking too much. Hello? Alright, then I can continue. So now let's move to the hybrid part. So this hybrid is when you combine the whole strategy, both farming and hunting lead. Do we have 5 minutes? I have to rush down the 5 minutes. Those farming, just like I explained about the farming type, the farming lead generation style, and then the hunting lead generation type. That's when you combine both of them. You still post, and your posts bring in people, while on your own you still hunt for clients. So let's skip this part. So now let's move. This is the 5 stages of client conversion. You understand? After engaging with them, the next thing, okay, you have a lot of followers. If you don't interact with them, how then do you convert them to clients? You understand? Just like what I said earlier about lead generation is under this attract and bond. So when you attract your followers, you follow someone and the person followed you back, you have to start creating, like, engaging the person. Send a DM, have a conversation. So during this conversation, you are building trust. That's if the person is a stranger, but the person in the place whereby the person is already following you, and the person knows you already through your content, like following your content, you could just reach out to the person. Okay, hey, let me just see someone on your follower list who you've not interacted with before. You just reach out. Okay, hi, that I noticed that we haven't communicated or connected. Hi, how you doing? Just start the conversation. So during this conversation, then you guys can get to know each other and then build the bond. To build the bond, check the person's profile, look for something you can use. If the person posts about dog, use the dog, something like, can you say, okay, I have a dog, so thing, are they hard work? Or you are planning to get a dog, are they hard work? Even like the person just feel free, okay, we want to share more. The more they share, the more the bond and the trust is building. You understand? And then that's when you can move from the bonding part to business. Then you can, okay, how is business going? I see you hitting hard on content, organic content. How is business going? Hey, business is going far or it's slow. Now when they say it's slow, that's when you move to qualification. That qualifying means, okay, this person, what can I help them with? Can I really work with them? Do they have a challenge I can work with? That's when you can qualify. That's when you can ask questions about their business, their goal, what they are hoping to achieve, and then you show them, okay, this is, if I can show you how other people are doing this, will you jump on a call with me to see it? You understand? But then, okay, let me even see it first. You offer a free call. So when you offer the free call, that's when you learn more about the business and then decide to throw what you can do and how you can help them. And when they say, okay, and they see value in what you presented to them during the call, fine, they will end up buying your service, which is the close and deliver. But that one is done under sales call. That's why after you qualify them and you book them, then it moves to delivery. You understand? So that's how you can convert someone in DM. Sending DM is very, 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 very important. You understand? That's one part you can get clients immediately. You have to talk to people. If you don't talk to people, nobody will know what you're doing. You understand? And you can talk to people either facially or through your DMs, like your existing followers, your friends. Chat them up, tell them what to do. Have a conversation with them. Strangers, talk to them. People who view your post, talk to them. People who like your post, they are all opportunities. Chat with them. And I have templates for that I can share with you later. You understand? Time is running now. Let me move to the next slide. So now these are examples of messages you can send to people, like a new lead. Maybe someone just pop up, just a random person on your lead. Okay, just pop up on my feed again. You can use that one to start the conversation. You understand? And someone who just commented on your post, you can say, just saw your comments on my post. How you doing? And if an existing, Jesus, this class will end. I hate meat. I hate meat. Hi. Oh, despite being very fast, the class cuts. This girl gave me yours. She gave me 15 minutes. How this 15 minutes? I was like fast.
Because if you answer question, answer. What you need to do, you just give them the about like 10 minutes.
No. People don't join back. Despite being very fast, rushing it, these people say had the mind to cut our class. I need to knock them. Oh gosh. Alright, let me continue. So can you guys see my screen? Please drop a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Alright, let me jump. Let me see if I can make someone an admin. Someone to accept the account. Alright, let me rush the presentation. Alright, back to the message part. You understand that if you're confused on how to start conversation, this is how you can open a very, very natural conversation. You don't need to join the copy paste kind of people, because people will notice. In this era of AI, you just can't just copy tell AI, okay AI, help me to, I want to start a conversation with so person, please create a content for me. Create a message for me for so person. It doesn't work that way. You understand? So there are simple ways to start a conversation with someone. Especially if the person is your friend. Come on, just check their page. Hey, how far guy? I see say you post for Chicken Republic. One guy they flex so the guy be like, na true, how far you been the longest time? Just little chat. How far that your business be now? Oh, my business is fine, but slow. How you be? Wetin dey make am slow? Then before you jump into start like asking questions, just try take permission. It's very, very important to take permission from people before you ask question. Like, okay, do you mind if I ask you a question, like to understand your business from A to B, to know where your business is at right now? It's very, very important to ask question. So when you ask the question, the person will be okay, will feel more relaxed. Okay, now feel free to ask me. So but when you just after how business just fit knack am and then knack am because people like how be this guy now. So wetin happen here is told me plenty questions like this. You understand? It sound like interrogating. But the moment you seek for permission before you ask question, it's very okay and they'll feel more relaxed to drop answers to you. So these are connectors like message for connection. Okay, where do you base? Like when you lead someone that you don't know or probably someone new. So let me admit this person. Alright, admitted. Alright, these are few connectors. How long have you been working on so this thing? How's that been for you? This question will help you to locate the problem. How's that been for you? That particular question. Either how is the business going so far? Those are problem locators. You understand? But so when I have a conversation with someone, these are ways you can move from the play version, like the building of trust conversation part where you just talk outside business, something not business related, but the goal is moving them to business. If it's someone new, someone that else you haven't talked with before, how far I saw you view my story, I saw you pop on my story, blah blah blah, nakam, how are you? The person will respond because na genuine message, you understand? But no be random message like hey, I do this thing, kindly if you are open for it. I see a lot of those messages and most of the time I ignore them, and I'm sure everyone does too. Okay, someone is already doing that, and I'm sure everyone does that too. So and when you check your message and you see someone just send you a message that hi, I am doing this, I'm doing that, most of the time all of us ignore it. Even most of you here, most of us ignore those kind of people. You understand? So but when you connect with someone without the script, like connect naturally, trust me, if you send out 10 messages, 8 will reply. Like if you said okay, today out of my 400 followers I want to chat everybody up, okay, every day I'll be sending 20 messages. What you do need to do, just check through their profile, look for something, just find something you can connect with, look for one thing you can use to connect to that person on the page. Everybody has it. So if I went to the manage page today now, I'll see something I can use to start conversation with her. You understand? And if I use that thing, just make sure you have a story in background. You understand? If you see someone, okay, you see someone posting about maybe they went to a restaurant, ate chicken and chips, you understand? But you always use that one start conversation like Alpha, this your resume makes sense, so let me just use pigeon, you understand? It makes sense, so I saw your post, you guys, oh no, let me just use that one safe. Let's say someone just posted something or drop a quote. Let me just say a quote because most of the time people post more of quotes. Let me say Alpha, I saw this your post about, just talk about that post. Like if the quote you talk about money, just mention something inside that quote. I saw you post so this thing. That thing makes sense. So I remember you say what are the whole story. Like I remember when me said do this, do that, do this. How you to overcome your own? You go stone and question back. Person will relate. This person instead don't go try for it easy. The moment you find a touch spot to someone, they will reply you, and when you get reply, that's all. The most important thing is get reply. Once you get reply, the person will first of all check your profile. It happens to everyone here, you understand? As example, anyone here, anybody that come to your message and say hi Aziz Abibat, how you doing? The first thing Aziz Abibat will do is just check the person's profile. How would this person say when you say hi Aziz Abibat? Check the person, okay, social media marketer, okay, a nice post, okay. Then the person will now go back to the message and reply you. But when your page is not optimized and you just say hi, hello, just start conversation, if the person check, bro, he will block you or he will just ignore you or archive you. You understand, but so that's why it's important for your bio to be well optimized. When it's optimized, you can text anyone. It's just simple as that, because most of the time you know, there are a lot of scammers online, people with low profile, not optimized, and when you fall into their trap, bro, your account don't go. So that's one part of starting. Hope this one you play for background, I beg. Please, Mr. Jafar, can you mute your, and Miss Ovo, please, can you mute your background? All right, let's move to the next one. The next one is okay. I've talked about this part already, but let me see brush through. So this part, the 5 message qualifier framework. So before you qualify someone, when starting a conversation with someone, you should have a goal. You just don't start a conversation randomly with people. You understand that? Because everybody is at different stage of buying. Everybody is at different stage of buying. Not all your followers, we like have 1 million followers, not all of them will buy from you at that period of time. You understand? Some people may buy from you now, some people may buy from you tomorrow, some people may hire you next month, why some next year, why some they won't even hire you at all, but they will refer you. You understand? Why some people they don't even do anything, but they will like your post. They will be liking your post, supporting you. It's still support. You understand? So now let's assume you start a conversation with someone, and that person is a complete stranger or your friend. So now before you even go far, first of all ask yourself, this person, can I work with the person? Can I really work with the person? Which is, are we a match? Okay, if a social media marketer, like I only focus on helping carpenters promote their business pages. You understand? First of all, if the person is not a carpenter, let me say I meet a pastor, we are not match in the first place. Or an imam, we are not match in the first place. So I can't even go front to say I want to even qualify the person in the first place. So if I end up meeting, okay, this person I'm chatting with, I check, this guy is a carpenter or startup carpenter, this guy is my match. Let me see how I can help him. By going through the page of the person, like I know where I can fit in. Because when you see someone that has, everybody has problem, everybody, but can you solve a particular problem the person is going through? So if the carpenter man is going through problem of posting every day, and I saw he's not being consistent, I will just jump in. But I don't just enter in there and say, how far, Mr. Carpenter? As you say, you know they post every day and everything they happen. No, I can't do that. Because he will like, how will this person, Mr. Who will be? He will block you, archive you. But the moment you say, okay, Mr. Carpenter, this guy is a carpenter, okay, start soft message. Check through that page. Look for something you can easily start conversation. Message the person. Start. Or even as story person post, you reply the story. If na quote, if na anything, if the person dey work, dey do kpakpakpakpa, nice work. The person will reply you thank you. Conversation don start. That small trust don dey small. That bond don dey already. That thank you. You go still remember you small. So now for the chat, that small conversation that has happened will help the algorithm. Okay, these people are connected. So someday if you post, the algorithm will push your post to that person you chatted with. You understand? So that's one point of engagement. Is very, very important. And that's why I'm really touching part. That's why I'm really being like touching this engagement part, because it's one thing to be a social media marketer, but bro, if you don't know how to make the move on how to catch clients, you go old. You understand? You go old. If I'm like, just like what Imani said about other platforms, referral works all the time, but we're waiting for referral. You can't be waiting for referral now. The same way people are carrying their CV going out looking for jobs, that's the same way you will have to hunt for clients. But the best part is you are doing it at your comfort zone. You understand? And yours is quicker because there are less social media marketers than businesses looking for social media marketers. You just have to put yourself out there to be discovered. Then when you are discovered, start conversation. When you start conversation, that's how you can convert them. If you don't tell people, if you don't tell your friends or your family, like me now, my brother, is an engineer. So trust me, I dey collect money, I dey post for him. You understand? I have a friend. She's into beauty cream or whatever. I dey collect money, dey help her work. You understand? But I didn't tell her, she won't even know. You understand? That's one thing. You have to tell people. Even though like papa, if you say you can help so person, after guy, you do this work, oh, tell him, lock up. One day, if a friend will like alpha guy, I want a social media marketer on my page. Oh, I get one guy you do one of my cousins they do he go remember immediately. Okay, recently I got one small gig and it's through a friend because the friend posted me immediately. Immediately he posted one post I posted. Bro, person messaged me in that same evening. Someone messaged me alpha. I don't get clients immediately. That's it. So you have to talk to people. Learn to talk to people. Don't just like person hide a problem. Maybe I can't say problem. Like a short mouth is a short destiny, something like that. Don't forget the proverb or a quote, something like that. So please learn to speak out, learn to talk to people. You understand? But so now let's say you don't see your match. Now try and know where your match day. Okay, this guy now your match. Okay, he's struggling with. Okay, don't try ask him how is the business going. Person say the business is going fine. You'll be like, okay, what's the goal? Waiting your goal, say in next 2 to 3 months, what are you looking to achieve? Person will be like, okay, I want client, I want 4 clients, I want to blow, I want to be an influencer. Because most of the people you will meet, like small startup businesses, you understand, most of them are looking for to blow, to go viral. You understand? But as a social marketer, you have to tell them the truth. You understand? But it takes work, like some kind of background, step-by-step work to get that variety they're looking for. They will see it, they may see it, but are they really ready to put in the work? So when they say they're ready to put in, okay, where are they now? What are they doing right now to fix the problem? So they may say, okay, this is what I'm doing. You understand? So now I have a problem of posting consistency. So when you know where the problem is and where the person is at that particular point of time, that's when you can know how you can help them. So now to know if a person you have to know if a person is ready, because sometimes you can just talk with someone and the end of the day they'll just be wasting your time and they're not even ready at all. They'll say, okay, thank you, I just want to get information. Yeah, I'll get back to you. That's all. But at the end of the day, when someone say that they will get back to you, it's your job to follow up. You understand? It's your job to follow up. You understand? So, but I will show you those parts later. So let me just rush this part because all of us have a lot of things to do. So let me get back to. So now the next part is like, okay, now as social media marketers, who are you targeting? So just like everybody has their base. If you want to be a general social media marketer, just like what Imani said, don't stress yourself everywhere like jack of all trade. If you want to focus on coaches, focus on coaches. If you want to focus on restaurant businesses, focus on restaurant businesses. Because today, you are working with restaurants. Tomorrow you are working with a coach. Next tomorrow you are working with a carpenter. Bro, your brain will jam. You understand? But so just find, okay, this is the particular people I want to offer. So when you meet business people together, so now these are 3 types of businesses listed here. For normal business like restaurants, you can just ask them what do they offer. Like inside the messages, so what's their biggest bottleneck? Like what do they really give them problem for the business? So if like, okay, I don't get time to the post. Okay, I don't go sabi am. Some will be okay. I get time, but I don't really spend too much time on top phone. I don't really do this kind of time. I want person to help me take care of these things. You understand? So these are questions you can ask when you're qualifying someone, when you're trying to know someone's problem. You understand? Then now the transition to booking call. Just like I mentioned earlier, these people, are they ready to pay? Are they ready now? How do you know if they're ready now? That's when you can say messages like this example, like is handling this a priority or get to it eventually thing. This person will feel like okay, this thing you want to do now, you should say you want really do it now, or now you waiting you plan, now waiting just get for mind say you want to do later. You understand? So you'll be like okay, I really want to do it now. I really want to do it now. But if you ask this question, you won't know if they're ready. For your mind, you'll be seeing a lot of sugarcoating, pitching, and thinking at the end of the day they will buy. But there are some certain questions you have to ask them during the chatting to know if they are ready. And this question will help you to know if they are not ready. So if they are not ready, just drop them something. Give them a feedback or give them a lead magnet which you will get back to them later. You understand back? So if they say they are ready, then you can just say okay, mind if I share some genuine feedback. That's when you give them feedback. Okay, I know say your goal now to get clients, like to make your business grow, to get at least to get customers online. But because you know they post consistently, and because you don't even get time, because you know they your day, because you know you follow people talk on top of your social media platform. Now why this thing no dey happen? But if you do this, do that, that thing go happen. Shey you dey ready make I show you how people I don work with dey use wetin I dey use dey get the result wey dey find. Like you sure say you get wetin person will be interested. They will be like okay yes, once they say yes for this last question, if I show you how my client get so results, would you want to chat? That's the part I said okay, if I show you wetin others dey do, understand about, then that's when you can jump on call with them. So this is very important to jump on call with people. If na your friend, if you just okay Alpha, I fit help with this business, Alpha, more talk on top because no texting, you can talk more of business. You can't talk, sorry, my page keep popping up. You can't talk vital information, like share more information on texting. People get uninterested very fast during texting. You understand? So it's better to get on call immediately. After the teacher, just get on call with them. That's the only way you can convert them. Because sometimes I may not even have time. Maybe I just use like 10 to 15 minutes of my time once in a blue moon to enter my DM. You understand? But if you enter my DM when I have time, I was chatting with you and you're very fast, trust me, before you see me come back, I may have lost interest, or someone else must have bagged me at that period of time. So when you are chatting with someone, try to move business with them, just make sure you try to move them to call. So I beg, most importantly, learn to chat to people. You understand? Learn to chat to people. Learn to talk to people. When you talk to people, that's the only way you can move forward. If you don't talk, you won't move forward. That's just if you don't talk, you won't move forward. And most of these talks had to start from DMs. Send DMs, your WhatsApp messages, send. If you can't talk directly, send DMs. Start conversation with all your followers, those who view, those who engage, those who you don't even know. Forget, don't be scared. Many people will ignore you, but that will help you to know that these people are not my people. People that will ignore you are not my people. But eventually, those people that are ignoring you now, they'll still respond to you later in the future. You understand? I had someone who have ignored me more than 4 times, but on the 5th time, I end up bagging the person. Because this period, the person will be like, okay, this person is messaging me, they'll check. Tomorrow, 6 night post, I'm talking about DM marketing. Tomorrow I'm talking about not being consistent in DMs. Next tomorrow I'm talking about, if you check my page, let me even show you my page to see something. Let me show you an example. Can you guys see my post? You can see my post, please thumbs up. You can see my Instagram page, please thumbs up. I know see thumbs up. Oh. Can you guys see my Instagram page? Let me see a thumbs up now. If I'm not seeing this thing. No. Damn, okay. No. Okay, I'm coming. Let me share directly. Alright, let me share the page directly. Can you guys see my page now? Can you guys see my page now? Please thumbs up if you can see my page. Alright, this is my page. You understand? So let's say so if you check my DM, this is my DM. You see, I'm chatting with people every day. See this person now. Let me use this person as an example. See this person. My first message, he replied. This after the person followed me, he replied. Second message, this is when I shoot, because I was looking for sales at that particular time, and I created an offer, so I shot the offer to him. Baba he even ignore my message. He didn't even read that. He read and ignore him, but I still care. You understand? But I went to his story, posted a story. Then I said, you are clean it. Then he replied, thank you, man. You understand? You just have to keep the conversation going. This is how you build. This person doesn't even know me, but I have to start the conversation first. After he followed me, I sent him a message. Then I threw an offer to him. He ignored, but I still don't care. You understand? Because I still have to keep him. But because he ignored me doesn't mean I won't start a conversation with him next time. So I started a conversation with him again. Then this part, I asked him, I hope the week has been productive. He didn't come online. He didn't come online to reply that. I still didn't care. You understand? Then next thing, I saw him on my profile. Immediately I said, hey Ben, good to see your name pop up on my story. Hope everything is going well with you, man. Immediately he replied, getting there, yak, 1% better each day. This one, when they build trust small. For him to even call my name now, you will remember how this guy Yakub, once in a while, we also remember Yakub. And trust me, this guy sees my post most of the time. And when I post, he's always commenting. And sometimes drops a like on my post. So let's say, for now just the hunting part, where you follow people, you start conversation, and let me just use, okay, this is my last post. No, let me not show you my offer. Okay, this is an example of offer post. Let me use offer post. I want to show you something. Like here now, you see 4 people like my post. Anybody else like my post, they don't enter my trap, I must message them. I must reach out to them. It's very, very important to reach out. You have to create content. Just like what Imani said, your content should not be ChatGPT. If they are ChatGPT, trust me, people will see through it. They will know this ChatGPT. You have to create story, talk something real. Let me look for a real post. I talk about connection, but let me look for a vulnerable post about mine. And look at this post I made. 1 year ago, I was stuck in my head more than I was in action. See this post. I had people engaged. See this man, Ben Fitness. This man is engaged. Immediately I post and message me immediately. I don't waste time. You understand? Why? Because what I wrote connected with him. Like what's here really connected with him. Like the message really connected with him. You understand? I had the knowledge, I understood message in psychology and relationship based sales, but I didn't trust myself enough to move consistently. I was also talking about me being inconsistent in DMs, and everybody's going through that. So if you are a social media marketer and you have to post something that will be relevant, something the mistake people do, you have to post it. Turn to story, people read. You can't tell a story, act it, create videos with it. You understand? Or write a long form story. This kind of content will help you to farm lead. Like this one is able to farm lead. This man, Jesus, what they call me? Stop calling. Like this Ben Fitness now. This post on farm and give me already. You understand? So now to round up everything, learn to reach out. Learn to reach out. That's that's the most important part. Learn to reach out. If you don't reach out, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. While you are waiting for referral, please reach out to people. And your friends, talk to them. Tell them Alpha, tell your friends or post me. Tell people to post you. Don't be shy. Tell people to post you because you don't even know your buyer may not be on your TL, but trust me, your buyer may be on your friend's TL. You understand? Let people repost you and learn to go out on your own. Tell your friends, tell family. Inside your Facebook page, talk to your followers. Don't just hang them there. They're just there for a reason. All of them will convert either way. Some will convert by turning to your client, some will convert by pushing your, like by supporting you, like with likes and comments. Some will convert by referring you in the future. You understand? So that's all about sales, and later we will brush more on the sales part. So it's not really a hard thing. So when everything does, take your time, sit down, digest everything you learned today, and if you have any more questions to throw around the room, please don't hesitate to ask any question. So now we'll be taking in questions from everyone. I beg, any kind of question you get for us, inside your book, inside your jotter, inside your brain, inside your back folder of your brain, please bring it out. Let Auntie Faith and I take on the questions. So thank you for the attention, and thank you for the chance to give out the little value I have. So please, I will mute myself now for questions if you have. Let's ask question now. Nobody get question.
Alright, Yapo, thank you so much. It was an insightful section, and I think I learned one or two because I spoke to you yesterday that I'm not really good at closing, so all the time that I've attended to my client's page, I've always been lucky with having customer support at the back end. So literally, I do not want to go far, but I've answered maybe frequently asked questions. I just refer them back to the customer, support. I've never been anywhere close to trying to close a sale or anything. So everything you've just mentioned has been an eye opener for me, and I really, yeah, it was a pleasure. So please, if you have any questions about what we've said today, if you have any doubt, anything that you really want to understand more, please go to the group and yes.
Hello. Yeah. See, I didn't say class. Once I finish, I'll call you. Class today. I will call you. Network. network. This is my network and data. Network. I don't have a network issue. Hey, my class will end. Okay, this is not finished. Wi-Fi. Jesus.
Alright? Let your pricing be on Instagram and TikTok. I will manage your Instagram page, I will manage your TikTok page 3 times in a week, 4 times in a week, for only graphic design. If your strength is in graphic design, only graphic design, while still conveying the message of that brand, right? I will charge you 150,000 naira. Yes, you can do it. There is a brand that I work for, I only post twice in a week, Monday and Friday, and I collect 100,000 naira. From them, some pay me 150,000 naira, some pay me 200,000 naira. I think, so I have them like that in my corner. Alright? Now, most of them can be, the dynamics of social media management is you can work as a full-time staff, you can work as a freelancer. Now, most people put their pricing, like full-time now, this is a brand trying to employ you to be a retainer staff. Now, their pricing can be, okay, we pay our social media managers 150,000 naira, and you're going to manage our Instagram page, you're going to manage our TikTok page, you're going to manage Facebook, LinkedIn, and we are paying 150,000 naira. It's left for you to decide that, okay, let me take up this job, maybe I'm not doing anything, or let me just add it to my hustle. You can take up the job. But as a freelancer, you set your skill, the number of experience you have, the number of posts that you can give out in a week, right? Graphics and reels. I can give you 2 graphics, 2 reels in a week. You charge based on that. You charge based on your time. You charge based on your data. All of this is just like a market woman that is selling in the market. You know how much it costs you to get an item. You know how much it costs you to go through and fro from the market to your place. All of this cost is what is included in the market woman's sales. Like, okay, I will sell a bottle water for 200 naira because, I bought it for 100 naira. I took 300 naira to and fro to that place. My cost and my time. So I'm selling a bottle water 200 naira. That is how you factor your prices into social media management. Does this answer your question, Abiba? Abiba, are you there? Hello?
Class is not taking long.
Alright, good. If anyone else has a question? Okay, good. My question is concerning the caption. How can we create a better caption to attract our audience attention? Great. So like I said earlier, you have 3 sections in the caption. First you have the hook. Second you have the body. Thirdly, you have the call to action. Now, I would restate that your caption should never and should not be ChatGPT prompt. In case you want to use ChatGPT, there are ways you can train ChatGPT to sound like a human. There are ways you can train ChatGPT to not sound generic. There are ways to train ChatGPT that ChatGPT understands even the brand more than you. But how do you write a proper caption? Understand business. Apply emotions. Talk as if you are talking to a friend. Yeah? Write it in a way that when somebody reads it, they understand you. Let it be understandable. Do not put so much generic words into it, too much grammar into it. You don't need grammar in your caption. not really understandable. Alright, let's say for example, a brand is okay. Let's use Mother's Day as an example. Say it's Mother's Day, right? And if you are going to wish your mom Happy Mother's Day, what will you write? Will you write all the big English you know in this world? No, you are going to write a handfelt, a simple but yet a passionate message that your mom will read, and or anybody will read this caption on yours. When you write your caption on WhatsApp, that's how your caption should be on Instagram. You will feel the emotion that was put into your caption. You get? Now your hope is to attract them. It could be something very subtle. It could be a very subtle hook. It could be straight to the point, right? But your caption must be in alignment with what you are posting. Do not let your caption contradict what you are writing. Now there's some posts on TikTok here. It's very different. The caption will be different. There's some people in the comments will be like, this is your caption, no match, this is your video. Have you seen something like that before? So if you see something like that before, then you understand that people read captions. So if your caption is not together with your video, whatever it is you're posting, you will make your audience confused. So try to keep your caption very simple, very direct, very straight to the point, very demure, and don't always forget to include your hashtag, right? Put your hashtag to increase your brand visibility. That way, it pushes the algorithm. So hashtag also helps with your caption. Okay, so always note first your who, your body, and CTA. Your CTA is the call to action. Call to action means what do you want your audience to do after reading this message that you just wrote. You want them to click the link in your bio, then go to your link. You want them to register now, then register now. You want them to drop a like. That is where you give people action on what to do. Or if they read, maybe there's an action that says, okay, write DM, I will send you a copy of my ebook to you. And then when you type DM, if you actually get a copy of what the person is trying to sell, maybe a PDF or a course or anything, but say, oh, type train me or type or something, any word they put there, and you read that caption and you saw that CTA that says, okay, type this in the comments. That's proof of a working caption that you follow through from the beginning till the end. You saw the CPA, and CPA commanded you, not really commanded you, told you what to do, and you followed accordingly. Do you understand? Does that answer your question? Thank you very much. Alright, anybody, any other question? Okay, as a layman to all the skills involved, where can you start from, and what do you do when you plan to start earning at that? Good. Like I said, you have to learn. You have to learn. Like you get an advice that, God that she has zero knowledge, and I was hoping she's a good staff, I don't know if she's here, but you have to learn. We can't stop learning. The day you stop learning is the day you cannot stop learning. Even myself, who has 3 to 4 years experience, I am still learning. I'm still taking courses. Alright? So I'm going to take courses, but I've invested in my learning. I've invested my time. I've invested my money in learning. Alright? That is why I can proudly say to you that at least I manage 4 to 5 brands without shaking. You wouldn't even know that I'm working on stuff. You will see me still sleeping by 9 a.m. My posts are autopilot. I really know. And for me, I don't like scheduling posts. Let me post it because you know why? Posts organically done using an automatic method even pushes you to the algorithm. So what I do is, like I said, I start create. So I already know what to post during the week. I just go to where I kept all the posts I do and post at Fiverr, then my caption and now for like the question you said as a layman to all of the skills involved, where can you start from? You can start on YouTube, you can start on you can go to Meta AI, you can go to Hotspot Academy, or you can find somebody who is going to train you. So that brings us to the ending part of this whole discussion, and then you are, I don't know, if you still want to learn and you want to start, you can do what you forward and invest again, alright? So that way you can start, open YouTube, research on how to start a social media manager, social media management beginning, beginner rather, CapCut beginner training tutorials, Canva beginner tutorials. But the thing is, working online without a mentor, there will be lots of confusion because you have different people explaining different things, but you will get confused. I got confused along the line when I started, jogging between YouTube videos and all of that. You can stop for good, but there will be some moment of doubt. Because something like as simple as you see two people explain it a different way and you don't get it. Alright, does that answer your question?
I talked to Cashew. I talked to her.
Alright, so who else?
I know that I'm still pushing.
Keep your questions coming. Anybody have any more questions? Anybody? If I ask my question, can you put answer?
Hello.
If I ask my question, can you put answer?
Yes, so.
Alright.
So.
Please mute your mic, please.
I talked to her. I let
them
say, maybe you talk to me about your papa that time.
Okay, what does analysis and reporting mean? What does it mean? I want you to unmute their mic and explain what analysis and reporting mean.
Very well. Nobody know. I know.
Nobody know.
Or someone, I don't want to pick anybody, but just unmute your mic and tell me what analysis and simply Okay, we have a question. I'll come back to this question from conditions. I want to answer my question, please. Please mute your mic, please. Except you want to answer the question. Alright. So nobody can answer the question. That's that. But we know the important. Anyway, so for someone like me that is trying to promote my brand, what would you advise I take into consideration the most? Alright, I want you to sit down, look at your brand page, look at what that image is doing, look at where you are doing it wrong. That's what we call strategy. That's because of strategy and planning. Look at another person who does the same thing as you. 2 or 3 people use them as an please mute your mic. Please mute your mic.
The moment she will get protected now.
Please look at, like I was saying, please look at 2 or 3 people in your niche. 2 or 3 people that do the same thing that you do. Look at what they do. Find out where you are not getting it right. Alright? For me to understand your pattern, I might say, okay, let me take a look at it and give you a full page revamp. But if you are trying to learn social media management, you would have to use your page as a case study. You would have to use your page as a case study. Understand your dynamics. What type of content should I put out? What type of content has my previous followers been more active to? What content do they enjoy the most? Right? This educational content that my parents don't need educational content, or does it need more professional content, or does it need more professional content? Or does it need a mix of both? Alright? Are my graphics standing out? Is my video editing clean? Make sure that your videos are crisp and clear. People can see your videos, they are understanding it. Your videos are not lagging. Most people don't like seeing boring content. Most people don't like seeing boring content. You cannot just come along and just like, I want to post. Are you strategic with your post? Are you strategic in what you plan and what you do and what you're trying to show to your audience? So like I said, take 2 or 3 other brands that do the same thing as you and compare your brand. Then you'll be able to identify what it is you are doing wrong or what it is that is not doing well on your page. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, let me add a little to what he said.
Okay.
The candy shop. You understand? Let me use a real life analogy. You understand? Like if you want to set up as, let me use this tailor or a provision seller. If you want to set up a shop as a provision seller in real life, the first thing you have to do is just go and check another provision store. Wetin and wetin dey sell, how did they arrange wetin dey sell. You understand? You can't just go to a provision store. If you buy your goods now and pour it on the floor, people will just this person not even serious at all. But if you check the first store, he do shelf o, he arrange milk for one side, arrange bonvita for one side, then you know okay, now you now have an idea. And secondly, how the person take the market. Is he just he put table down abi stand, or he put one boy for front? You know say Igbo boys, I like their marketing strategy. They have like 2 boys. The oga will sit in the shop, one go dey within the shop and one go dey outside like passerby. The moment you start look the shop like this, hey oga how far na you dey wait for na, come check, come inside, come. As long as you take come inside, the person dey inside say you say come inside, then you learn another pattern again. That's a strategy. You understand? And also how the person interacts. As you come the shop, the person just stand dey look you abi e dey okay how far, how may I, wetin you wan buy madam, oga wetin you wan buy. You understand? So that's just it. So now let me take you back to the social media now. So if you're a carpenter, or sorry, provision, why carpenter has it in my brain, god, even I go say I wan do wardrobe. All right, maybe you want to open a provision store online, like you want to manage a provision store. First, use that search engine, look for people that are doing the exact same thing you want to do. You understand? But look at their page, how they arrange their page, what they are posting, how they are posting, and the type of content they are posting. Like, you know, we have different type of content. We have quotes, let me just say 2 types of content. We have the fun and business. The fun, that one include motivation, quiz, Mother's Day, all those things that are not relevant to your business. Why the business content, sale, offer, sale. You understand? But okay, how are this person posting? What kind of content are they posting? That's how you can know how to build your brand online. So does that add a little spice to the answer, Miss Candy Shop? I mean, Mr. Candy Shop. Okay, thank you.
Alright, so this calling is going to expire in the next few minutes, and I'll wrap up quickly. Alright, so yes, briefly, so over the next, so after this call, like I said, I'm going to take you one person randomly, right? If you stay from the beginning to the end, I'm going to give you a free training over the next 5 weeks. The dates will be communicated, but let's go back to the last 5. So but if you are interested in learning social media management, you want to start, you want to build a career, you want to build a portfolio, you want to start now, there's no right time to start. Alright? Over the 4 weeks, this is the breakdown of what you'll be learning. You'll be learning the foundation of social media management, you will learn the platform, you will learn terminologies, you will learn profile setup, right? Can you hear me or can you see me? Alright, good. Okay, good. That's what we're going to be doing in week 1. Then in week 2, we're going to be learning content creation, how to write captions, how to use Canva, how to use web content calendars, and how to schedule posts. Then in week 3, we're going to be doing analytics report, how to read the algorithm, how to read your hashtag, how to research hashtags, how to do your reporting and data. All of this in week 3. And then in week 4, we'll be learning the business of social media manager, how to price, how to get clients, how to write a proposal, and how to write a portfolio. Please also note that we're going to be learning how to close sales. Here, like Mr. Yakubu has taught already, we learn how to close sales, which is a very, very important, an extra skill that one needs to learn to be able to earn more. Like not just like stopping at social media, just the way I do, but learning how to close sales, for people as well. And video editing and Canva design. I think this is going to last for 5 weeks. 5 weeks. I'm so sorry. This was an old system I created. Or no, that's going to last for 5 weeks. Now, if you are in this call and you want to proceed, the cost is just going for 30,000 for the next 72 hours. And after 72 hours, it would be the price will go from 30,000 to 50,000 naira. So if you are ready, you send me a DM and I'll send you details on how to get started. And in the next 4 weeks, or 4 to 6 weeks, you should be at least a good social media manager, a professional social media manager with the right skills to start. And in less than 2 months, you should be getting your first client. So if you're ready, send me a DM now. The next 72 hours, this amount is going to expire. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. Thank you, and I'm sure that some of you have gone from zero to hero now. And like I said, social media management is not a mystery. It's not a test. It's not a keeping here. It's a learnable skill that builds real income. You know what it is, what it takes, and what's possible. So the next step is just the ball in your court. Please give me a follow on Instagram for tips, advice, and everything on Instagram. Please, I'm only on Instagram as the social media manager. I'm not yet on TikTok. Please. And you can send me a DM, train me to enroll in the course, and you can also share this deck with one person who also needs it. This deck will be available by tomorrow. Mr. Yakubu, I don't know, did you make a recording of this class? Alright. So if the recording is available,
yes,
the recording
yes,
alright, great.
yes.
Great. So Yakubu will share the recording of this class by the end of today or tomorrow, and the slides are available for your perusal. Thank you everyone for joining. We were supposed to use 2 hours, but it was an interesting session and we used 4 hours. Thank you everyone for staying with me. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the other side. Good night. Bye.
Class, òtítọ́. Okay.